The NBA is full of dominant scorers like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Stephen Curry. One of the most impressive scoring records in NBA history is Wilt's 100-point game. What if I told you there was a former NBA player who scored 112 points in a single game? That same player was just 20 years old. This is the story of Drazen Petrovic and the night he went off. What's going on, basketball fans? My name is Josh and I am back with another video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with the NBA videos. We are closing in on 35,000 subscribers and I know that we can hit that soon. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button because it really helps the channel grow. Drazen Petrovic is known as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He was a pro from 1979 until his life was taken from him in 1993. Drazen played several years in Europe before making the leap to the NBA, where he became a dominant figure. In fact, in just his 4th year in the league, he made the All-NBA 3rd team. But before Drazen was rising up the NBA ranks, he was quite possibly the best scorer European basketball has ever seen. The greatest achievement of his European basketball career was the night he scored 112 points in a single game. That brings me to October 5th, 1985. At the age of 19, Drazen joined a team in Cibona, Croatia to play with his older brother. He became an instant star and stuffed the stat sheet, averaging 37 points a game in the league. But on October 5th, Drazen had one of those nights where he was in a zone very few players have ever felt. His team was playing against a young Slovenian team and things were a bit odd for the star. According to one of his teammates, Drazen was pretty nervous heading into the match. He was just 20 years old at the time and he was playing against a Slovenian team that he wasn't familiar with at all. But after the opening tip, Drazen was locked in. A few shots started to drop for him and before he knew it, he had put up 67 points in the first half alone. Remember, they were playing with 10-minute quarters. 67 points in just 20 minutes? Not bad for a guy who was literally shaking prior to the game. But Drazen wasn't done there. At halftime, he joined his team in the locker room and they decided that he had to take down the old scoring record, which at the time was 74 points. Petrovic came out in the second half, firing on all cylinders. He would break the old scoring record in the 24th minute after scoring a deep 3. He would end up scoring his 100th point of the night in the 34th minute. And by the time the buzzer rang and the 40-minute game was over, Drazen had scored 112 points, outscoring any other player in the history of Croatian basketball. 112 points in 40 minutes. Let that sink in. His team would go on to win the game 158-77, and he by far outscored the other team. That night, not only did Drazen become a basketball legend in Croatia, he put his name on the map and propelled his basketball career to unforeseen heights. And eventually, he would be drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers in 1986. Unfortunately, Drazen would pass away in 1993, but he will always be remembered as one of the greatest European basketball players ever and by the most significant moment of his career, the night he scored 112 points in a single game. So that is the story of Drazen Petrovic and the greatest night of his career. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that sub button, also hit that like button. But that's it for me. Till next time, peace.